Hi from Washington. So this is the sleep study part 2. I have had my PSG and MSLT, which was done on the 3rd and 4th of June. It's actually, I don't even know what day it is today. The 5th today? I think. 6th. It's Friday. Anyway, so I did not have a good PSG, which is the overnight portion of the study. I normally sleep like a baby. I get up once to use the restroom and that's about it. And this time I, for the life of me, could not get to sleep. So I took a second dose of my anti-anxiety medication and that helped. And it lulled me to sleep. I did wake up for the restroom. I woke up once for no good reason. And I woke up around 4:30 because I had been waking up the past few days around 4:30 in the morning to talk to a friend who is deployed right now, and that's when he has a chance to chat, so that's when we chat. So I made the chat sound so that it would wake me up. So I knew it was close to 4:30, especially when she came in at 6 and got me up, and I was like, yep, that was damn close. So I have pretty pictures that I posted in sleep disorders, I can't say it, idiopathic hypersomnia, and then the other one that Lloyd does that I can't pronounce because I'm not that bright right now. And posted the pictures and all the experience there. I'm doing it in YouTube for other people. And so that was that. The daytime study is a whole nother thing. You're still wired up, not quite so much. And they give you 5 times naps. And they give you, beforehand, a scale of 1 to 6. And you gotta rate where you are on that scale, 1 through 6. So you could say you're 4 to 5. And I was 4 or 4 to 5 for each nap beforehand. And then afterwards it says, did you sleep? How long did it take you to fall asleep? Did anything disrupt you, or was there anything disruptive or something to that extent? The third and fourth questions were quite similar. The first nap, I don't recall sleeping, so I said no, I didn't sleep. The second nap, I slept. The third nap, I put yes. I really felt like I was in that state of I'm not conscious, but I'm not sleeping either, so I really don't know on that one. This third one I slept. That was the third one. The fourth one I slept. And then the fifth one, I had been dreaming about shopping with one of the studies because I was doing some online shopping to prepare for my real shopping. This was, which I just did today. And I was thinking about where am I going to go in the store, what direction I need to go to. And next thing I know, she's waking me up. And I'm like, okay, I must have been asleep because I wasn't thinking about it for that long because 20 minutes for each nap. So I'm like, okay, I must have slept for the fifth one. And everybody's been telling me that you'll be surprised. You may think you didn't sleep at all and you probably slept through them all and you didn't realize it. And I learned yesterday that sometimes if you just let something go and ignore it and just wait for it to happen, it'll happen. So I'm just going to wait my 1 to 2 weeks and see what kind of a phone call I get and see what the results say. Crossing my fingers and my cat's paws because I really want to pass the test. I want to say I have IH and have a diagnosis. I'm actually kind of paranoid they're going to take the decks away from me if I don't have a diagnosis because then I'm going to be back to sleeping 16 hours a day. I can't function. I can't do jack shit. I mean, it's miserable, and it's not a life that I want to go back to. And I'm really hoping this is the answer we're looking for. And maybe between the sleep study and symptoms, my doctor can diagnose me with it, even if the sleep study doesn't 100% diagnose. Maybe it's between symptoms and a partial diagnosis through the study, or it was close but not enough, or something like that. Maybe we can get a combined symptom / sleep study diagnosis, something like that. So, and I see the doctor on July 2nd. So the latest I should hear is 2 weeks, which is June 18th or 19th. You all know I'm going to be making a video when I hear back to see what they say. And you may all see my disclaimers disappear, which would be totally awesome. So yes, I have to say it's suspected IH at this time still. We don't know yet. They didn't give me any indication, which just the closed lip thing drove me crazy. I had to run errands straight from the sleep clinic to my mom picking me up to dropping her off for her meeting, and then me running errands to get my DAX, which finally got filled. And I actually got some groceries. I pulled out my money. I put it into the right account so I can pay my bills, and picked up my mom. And because I had to do all that, I mentioned it. Stephanie was my daytime technician, and she helped me get all the goo around my hair and out of my hair enough so they could at least put it back in a ponytail, so I didn't look like some freakazoid with goop in her hair running around the store and stuff. And I bought smoothie stuff and some snacky type foods and some bagels and apple juice, and I spent $50, and that's like almost a fourth of my food budget for the month, and I can't believe that it's gone so fast. And this is smoothies that's doing that, because I bought yogurt for it too. And smoothies I love, but they're so incredibly expensive, so it's a kicker that I'm trying to do something healthy, but I can't really afford to do it every day. But we'll see what we can figure out. We've got to get something put in place here. So that was my experience with the sleep study. I'm going to try to find a way to edit in here and maybe get my pictures put in at the end or something. But I posted the pictures in all the groups of my pre-PSG and my pre-MSLT gear getup, and it looked so stupid. But I was still smiling because I was just really to finally be getting a test done. It was supposed to be done in March, in late March. And I didn't think about no DEX means you really shouldn't be doing a whole lot because you're going to be sleeping and you're going to be exhausted. And I kept a calendar of a person who was on DEX. So I had appointments back to back to back, day to day to day. And I wore my immune system down. And when I went to get my allergy shot, I forgot to take the Benadryl before I went. I thought I had some in my pocket. I didn't have my wallet, which means I didn't have some Benadryl. I got home. I forgot to take it because I laid down and waited for them to come get me to take me to the dentist. Get home from the dentist. My mouth hurts. I laid back down, passed out for 17 hours. The Benadryl never got in my system. This was 2 days before the sleep study. I wake up about halfway through the day. I'm like, I sound like I was no. And then my head started hurting. Yep, sinus infection. Reaction to the allergy shots from not taking Benadryl. Lesson learned. You always take the damn Benadryl before you get your allergy shot. Seriously. And then we rescheduled it. I had to cancel the day of and rescheduled till the end of April. And then the start of April, my shoulder starts acting up again. And I'm on Tramadol like 6 times a day, and no, I could take it up to that many times a day, I think. And I was taking it. Nighttime's not a big deal because I wasn't sure, worried about throwing off the PSG, but I was taking it during the day at times because I sleep on my left side and I favor it, and I didn't want to throw off the MSLT by taking Tramadol, and I wanted to try to get a pure good read without being on it, so I had to cancel it indefinitely until my shoulder started doing better. And it got to the ortho, and they gave me a cortisone injection saying, you've had your surgery now, it's a rotator cuff flare-up, the cortisone should work much better than it worked before, because that was pre-surgery versus post-surgery. So I got that all done, and that was right when I was starting to hit the withdrawal symptoms of the Klonopin, were starting to happen, and the physical pain of my shoulder got just to be unbearable. My shoulder felt like it was 10 times its real size. It was insane. And of course, once I went back on the maintenance, my regular old dose, the pain eased up and went away. And so finally I'm like, yay, I can schedule the damn thing. So I finally got it scheduled. And then a friend messaged me and said, hey, I'm having surgery on the 4th. Can you stay at home with my dogs for the day? And I'm like, well, I have a sleep study that day, but I'll call and see if I can push it back. I don't really know. And I called, and unfortunately, that would have been pushing it to the end of June or start of July. And since I don't see the doctor till July 2nd, and I can't push her back because that's another 3-month wait, I couldn't stay with the doggies, which would have been fun, but I told her, unfortunately, I couldn't. But she's like, don't worry, sleep studies are important, so she understood. And I'm very thankful for her for that. But I really wish I could have helped because her dogs are awesome. But I get to see them here starting tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And anyway, so I think that's about it. Just waiting to hear now is what it's come down to, and you all will know as soon as I know, because I'm going to be singing it from the rooftops and posting it I'll post in the groups before I do the video, most likely. I will probably do the video last, but I will definitely post it in the groups. I'm prepared for disappointment because I really just am used to that in life because that's how my life works. But I'm prepared for the disappointment, and I'm prepared to have my decks taken away, and I'm very paranoid about it because, like I said, 16 hours of sleep a day and never having energy after sleeping that much is just not a life I want to go back to. Dex has started to give me somewhat of a life back and given me, a way to be awake, and I can feed my cat twice a day and keep her on her diet. And when I'm sleeping 16 hours a day, that's not something I can easily do. And, I can't keep her food bin open. She is 18 and a half fucking pounds. She has to be on a diet. She's at major, major risk for so many problems. And overweight, for you who don't know animals, for you people who don't know animals, if they're overweight, they have the same health risk that a person would. Heart, cardiovascular, kidney, liver, all that stuff. Any of it. If it's the same for any cat or dog that it would be for a person. So she has to be under that. She was actually about 17 and a half in March of 2010 when she came up to Washington to live with me, and I've never known her to be this heavy her entire 10 years. And I got her down to maybe, I think they said I got her down to 14 pounds at one point, but she just kind of got to 15 pounds and just kind of got stuck there. So I tried a new food. I'm working with their technician who is a dietitian, a veterinary dietitian. She basically takes the calorie count of the food and tells you how much she can take based on her body weight to lose weight. And then you basically weigh her once every 1 to 2 months and see how she's progressing. If she's not, she gets less food. She's getting 1/3 of a cup twice a day. The least amount I'm going to give her is 1/3 in the morning and 1/4 at night. But she's on a really good food. She's actually, instead of gobbling it all up, she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's grazing at it. She's goes down and eats a little bit and then comes up to bed, and she's actually has food in her bowl. And usually, about 5 o'clock in the evening, when I start thinking about feeding her again, but she doesn't get fed again until 9, but she still has food in her bowl, and that's never happened before. So this is a really good food. It's not that much more expensive. It's at the most $5 more than what I was paying before for the same size and same amount of food. The best price I found was at Mudbay Granary, Petco, and PetSmart are way more expensive than Mudbay, and so I'm going to have my mom keep some cash on hand to have my mom pick it up on her way home from work to get it for me, because that it makes no sense for her to come all the way home and for me to go all the way back down there and then get the food and come back. It's easier to just say, Mom, can you grab this from Mud Bay and here's some money. So it's just give her $25 and we'll be golden. So anyway, not that you all wanted to hear a story about my cat, but anyway, you got one. I love my cat Jilly. I am an avid animal lover, and I call my friend Sharon as my mentor. She passed away in 2011, died, and came in and out of the world on the same day. And she's my mentor of the crazy cat lady, and I am her protege of the young crazy cat lady. But it's a self-proclaimed thing, not a real thing. I only have the one cat, and yeah, she's great. Anyway, thank you for all of the good lucks, the good vibes, the good juju, the good prayers, the good whatever you sent me for the PSG and MSLT. I really appreciate it. And if we can continue that chain of motion to keep going as we get closer, as they start looking at reading the studies and figuring out what's going on and what's what, what's down, what's up, and all that, I can continually would need support to keep that going so that we can hopefully get this in the direction that we probably all by now want to see. You probably all want to see me be diagnosed because you're probably sick of me talking about it. Jeez, I talk about it a lot. And I had that stupid disclaimer and all that stupid shit. But I have a lot of questions, I know. I'm sorry for bugging you all of you with all my stupid questions, but about the study, the MSLT questions, like, do you have to sleep for all 5, or how is this done? And you all were wonderful in answering my questions, and I really appreciate that. That was really great. A lot of people responded, so that was just amazing. So anyway, I think that's all from now. So here's from Washington signing out, saying thanks for watching and have a good one. Bye.